It's not often we get snow down here in the southwest of Scotland, but when we do, the flying is just too good to miss. So we'll do a couple of circuits at Glenswinton, and then we'll head off to the gliding club at Falgonia. We fly a teardrop circuit here, because we take off downhill and we land uphill. The speed down in the bottom right-hand corner is GPS ground speed, of course, not airspeed. But there's not much. There's just a little bit of northerly breeze today, but not much wind. A little bit of a bounce. Turning in the snow is different. There's no braking with 31-inch bush wheels on the snow, so you just need to turn with the rudder, and if it slides sideways, that's what it's going to do, slide sideways. This is a 180 horsepower Maule with a short wing. Takeoff rolls 6 seconds, pretty much regardless of the surface conditions, as you can see. Short final to the gliding club runway at Falgonia. Actually, I'm going to land just to the left of the runway on what they call the spoil heap. It's a slightly better surface for landing because it's unbroken snow. And I know there are no puddles here. You have to watch out for puddles or dips in the snow. They can catch you out and tip you on your nose. Cross to the main runway for the takeoff. And after takeoff, the left turn down towards the south coast. The tide's out on the Solway coast and there are acres of sandbanks. Very forgiving surface to land on. The only problem can be perception of height, a bit like landing on a glassy lake, but not quite as bad. Very gentle surface to land on. Unless, of course, you're in a Pitts S1. That's another story for another video. This evening, I'm just going to enjoy the sunset. Now it's back to the gliding club for an example of what can go wrong landing on snow-covered ground. Landing on the spoil heap as before and turning onto the main runway for the takeoff. But as you see, I'm going to turn off at just the wrong spot. There it is. There's the warning. I ignored it. And I'm stuck. Fortunately, the ice isn't too thick on top of the puddle, but it is enough to stop the aircraft, even with 31-inch tyres. So I've got to break up the ice with a foot. If I'd been going faster, it might have been enough to tip me on my nose. At taxiing speed, it's not a problem. There we are, wet feet. Time to go back home. On the way home to Glen Swinton, I'm going to do a slow 360-degree turn to see and soak up some of the sunset colours and reflections off Loch Ken, that strip of water over there. There's my home runway. Runway's all clear, practically no wind, and as before I'll fly a left-hand teardrop circuit to land uphill. Back home and taxi into the hangar, which prior to installation of the doors I used to share with a barn owl. He left a mess on the floor, but he used to keep the mice down. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment and or hit the subscribe button.